Hello, defense aspirants. This is Akash from OFFTRACK NOMADS. So, in this current video, we'll be discussing an AFCAT model question paper 1 for English. So, in the previous video, we have discussed the strategy where you can score more than 200 plus, an holistic approach where you can score more than 200 plus in your AFCAT examination. And the main purpose of the last video was that how the strategy where you can implement to get more than 20 plus correct in your AFCAT in English part out of the 25 questions. So, in accordance with the video, we'll be implementing whatever the strategy we have learned in this correct video, and we can check how you can get more than that 20 plus correct in your AFCAT English examination, right? So, this model question paper, we have around 25 questions in mind, and we have covered the areas like error spotting, fill in the blanks, we have fill-ups, we have fill-ups, we have idioms and phrases, we have idioms and phrases, and not to forget vocabulary part 2, which focuses on synonym and antonyms. And not only that, one word substitution, we have one word substitution too. And the most important, we have logical arrangement of your sentences, that is PQRS. Also, already the closed test. And finally, we have focused on comprehension also. Comprehension also we have. So currently, there are 25 questions, which is divided into error spotting, fill in the blanks, idioms and phrases, vocabulary, one-word substitution, logical arrangement of sentences, logical arrangement of words in the sentences, closed test, and finally, comprehension. So let's check how you can attempt this 25 questions and where you can get more than 20 plus correct in your AFCAT examination for English part, right? So without wasting much time, we'll dive into the question. We'll check how you should answer the question, how you can get it right. So before the main video, this page I would like to highlight where we have our new batch for AFCAT 2 2026 is going to be started. It is going to get started in the month of March, that is 2nd of March 2026. And the main features of this written examination course would be Monday to Thursday, you will get live recorded videos, and Friday and Saturday, it will be a live class where you can interact with the concerned faculty members, get your doubts cleared of all the recorded videos which have been posted from Monday to Thursday. And not only that, regular tests will be conducted for students on Sundays. And finally, daily English quant assignment. Just note down, my dear friends, this batch, like if you are NCC cadet, you can avail a 25% off from your fees. Your total cost for the fees is 3,499. And those who clear their written examination, you can get trained by the experts with your, like, if you cleared a written examination, SSB coaching will be 50% off for those who have cleared their written examination, right? So see you all in the next batch, which is starting on 2nd March. So kindly keep this in mind. Kindly call us and get your slots booked, right? So let's dive into the current video. So today, as I said, we'll be discussing mock AFCAT English question paper, right? So the first question is, it is error spotting, which is my favorite part. And I have told you in my strategy video itself, whenever you get error spotting or whenever you get an AFCAT, just scroll through and check what is the area which you like it and which is the area which you should start. For me, the error spotting is very good. I read it like, neither the colonel nor a junior have been informed about the change in schedule. So what is the strategy which I follow in error spotting? I read it once. Neither the colonel nor a junior. Okay. Sentence I feel there is no wrong. Have been informed about the change in schedule. Why have should come here? Have generally comes. So I have told you in my error spotting videos that you should check there should be a relationship between subject and object. What is the relationship between subject and verb? Subject and auxiliary verb. Here have is an auxiliary verb, which generally represent plural. Okay. So it should get accordance with a plural subject. What is the subject here? Colonel or junior? No. Neither is the subject. Neither is the subject here. So neither is a singular subject. Right. So what should be the answer? Has. So error lies here. The same sentence, if it is neither the colonel nor his juniors have informed, and then the answer will be no error. But here it is just junior. Here it is just junior. Why it is juniors? Since neither means you're going to ignore one, either one. Like not, so you're going to take none of them. But The second person is a plural subject. The second person is plural subject. To give respect to that, you can use have. But here, the subject itself, what? Here, the question itself, it is a singular. Both are singular. So in that accordance, the sentence, the actual verb has to be has. It has to be has. So neither the colonel nor a junior has been informed about the change in schedule. If it is juniors, then the sentence is correct because either in both, either is one. One is plural. So to get respect to that, you can use have. And that rule also applies if the juniors part, if the plural part comes in the second, comes as second part of the sentence. Okay. If not, then the answer has to be neither the colonel nor a junior. It is a singular one. Both are singular, and the subject is singular here. So the active verb has to be has, be has. Has to be has only, nothing else. Right? Next one. Right. Second sentence. A bucket of flowers were presented to the chief guest. Again, we have to read it very calmly. A bucket of flowers were presented to the chief guest. Fine. Here, as I said, always remember in error spotting, the subject should be in accordance to the auxiliary verb. Sorry, auxiliary verb should be in accordance to the subject. And the verb also in accordance to the subject. What is the subject here? Which is the subject here? Flowers. No, flowers is not a subject. Bucket. Bucket is a subject. It is a singular subject. Okay. It is a singular subject. It is a singular subject. So the auxiliary verb has to be singular. Auxiliary verb has to be singular. So instead of where, what has to be the answer? It is was. Instead of where, was has to be the answer. So a bucket of flowers was presented to the chief guest. So answer is B. Right? So let's dive into the next part. So follow this trick. Whenever you see, check what is the subject, what is auxiliary verb, or what is the main verb, or is there any spelling error. So you can go for all these things. Okay. Third one is, that's not a sentence. The sentence is, the committee are divided in their opinions on the matter. The committee are divided on their in their opinions on the matter. So what is the subject here again? Committee. You got it right. So committee is a singular subject. The answer has to be is. So error lies in option number B. If the same sentence, instead of committee, I have given jury. Instead of committee, I have given jury. Then the answer is correct. The jury are divided in their opinion. Correct. The same sentence, if instead of committee, I have kept army. I kept army. Is the sentence correct? No. Army is a singular subject. Then it has to be is. The same sentence, if I kept police. If I kept police. Is the sentence correct? Yes. Police is a plural subject. So this is the beauty of English. This is the beauty of English you have to keep in your mind, my dear friends. So you have to check what is the subject, and you have to act according to the subject. Here, let's ignore everything. Here, the committee is a singular subject. So your auxiliary verb has to be is not are. So error lies in option number B. Right? Hope you got it correct. So let's check on with the next fourth question. Fourth one. Choose the best replacement for the words in bold. So it is sentence improvement. We have come for sentence improvement. Okay. Hardly had the parade begun that it started raining. So what is the again? It's like kind of error spotting only. Hardly. It is a conjunction. So I have told you in my class. Hardly. The moment hardly comes, the parade hardly had the. It has to be A. Option number A. So hardly begun starts with V3. Whenever hardly had comes, the verb has to be in V3. Remember, my dear friend, whenever you have the sentence starting with hardly or had, the verb has to be V3. Hardly had the, and whenever hardly comes, the connecting word has to be when. The connecting word has to be when. So now find out what has to be the connecting word for no sooner. What has to be the connecting word for no sooner than. So what has to be connecting word for no sooner than. So this is the task which you have to follow now. So now just find out what has to be the connecting video for no sooner than. So hardly had the parade begun when it started rainy. So the same sentence, if I keep it, no sooner had the parade. Now find out what is the answer. Now you have to find out what is the answer if the same sentence starts with no sooner than. So it is a task for you. Right? Fifth one. Let's go for the next part. Next question. He avoids to meet his superiors unless necessary. He avoids to meet his superiors unless necessary. Answer. So how you should approach this, sir? The moment you feel yes, there is an error, then you have to check with the option. He avoids meeting. Exactly. The fifth would be he avoids meeting. Option number B. He avoids meeting his superiors. He avoids meeting his superiors. To meet will change into meeting. So because why meeting? It is a continuous tense. It has to be in continuous tense. Meeting, right? Meeting is a continuous tense. Okay. The same sentence, if it starts with I am looking forward to. Same sentence, if it starts with I am looking. So whenever a sentence starts with I am looking forward, I am looking forward. I am looking forward. Please remember, my dear friends, whenever a sentence starts with I am looking forward to, I am looking forward to, the verb has to be in before. That is continuous tense, ing form. The same sentence is I am looking forward to meeting his superiors. I am looking forward to meeting his superiors. So please remember, whenever a sentence starts with I am looking forward, it has to be, verb has to be in ing form. I am looking forward to sleeping in my bed. I'm looking forward to eating with you. I'm looking forward to playing with you. Okay, so whenever a sentence starts with the phrase, I'm looking forward, please remember the verb has to be in ing form. Same goes for he avoids to meeting. He avoids meeting. It's not to meet. It is he avoids meeting. Option number B is the right answer. Right? Next part, next sentence, next question. The officer insisted that we would. The officer insisted that we would obey his order. Sixth one, the answer exactly. The officer insisted that we obey his orders. It not we would. We obey. That's it. Why we would? It is a future. We would means future inconsistent or future in like it is not conveyed properly. It is not confirmed properly. So the officer insisted we obey his orders. That's it. We would not. We will. We should. So it means we should. So it is the officer insisted we that we obey his orders. Okay. So that means reported sentence. Reported one. Okay. So we obey his orders. Simple. Right. Next one. We'll go for the seventh question. So question number 7 to 8. Choose the word nearest in meaning to the word in bold. So first question is ephemeral. First question is ephemeral. Okay. What is ephemeral? What is ephemeral? What is ephemeral? It means lasting for a long time. It lasts for a very short time. Sorry. Lasts for a very short duration of time. Short time. Lasts for a very short duration of time. Okay. So what is the meaning then? Transient. So it means transient. Okay. Transient mean what is the meaning of transient? Impermanent. Impermanent or temporary. Impermanent or temporary. Please remember. What is tangible then? Tangible. What is tangible? Tangible. Yes, think. What is tangible? It means something which can be touched. Can be touched. Something it can be touched. So this is how you have to learn from the option part. Okay. What is robust then? Robust. Robust. Strong. Vigorous. Okay. Strong. Robust means strong. Okay. Next is eternal. What is eternal? Lasting forever. So eternal is lasting forever. So eternal is going to be its antonym. Eternal is going to be its antonyl. Sir, antonym. Okay. So eternal means something which lasts long. Eternal soul. Okay. Amaran. Right. So transient means something which lasts very short, impermanent. So keep this in mind. Okay. So next question is also your synonym only. Prodigal. What is prodigal? What is prodigal? Prodigal. What is prodigal? It is extravagant. The answer is extravagant. Someone who spends lot, wasteful. Someone who spends lot, last, or more, spends more, extravagant. So what is thrifty then? Thrifty. It is the opposite of extravagant. That is prodigal. It is going to be your opposite. Okay. The answer is C. Thrifty means someone like very miser in spending. Very miser in spending. Who doesn't spend much. Who doesn't spend much. Okay. What is frugal then? Who is a frugal? Frugal. Again, it means thrifty. Again, it means thrifty. I would say wise spending. Frugal in spending means wise. Wise in spending. Okay. Wise or wise thrifty. But extravagant is wasteful. Wasteful. Okay. Right. Any doubt? Good. Okay. So whenever you approach antonym and synonym, if you're very confident about the answer, go for it. Otherwise, go for the next question. That's it. Otherwise, go for the next question. Do not waste your time solving antonym and synonym. I repeat again. Do not waste your time solving antonym and synonym. So not confident about the answer or the question, just leave it and go forward. Come back again. Come back again. And this is the area where you can make guesses also. If not, just leave it. Do not worry about the 3 marks, yeah, because the other 60 marks are ahead of you. Go and work and solve it. Okay. So choose the word opposite in meaning to the word in word. So here I have to find it opposite. Okay. So what is prolix? What is prolix? What do you mean by prolix? Exactly. It means lengthy. It means lengthy. It means lengthy. So what has to be the answer then? Concise. Keeping it short. Keeping it short. So verbose also means lengthy. Lengthy. Tedious means what is tedious? Boring. Boring and lengthy. Boring and slow. Boring and slow. Tedious means boring and slow. So this is how you have to learn from the option, my dear friends. Please remember that. Okay. So my dear friends, whenever you see anything, just you have to learn from the options too. So that is very, very important. Okay. Fine. Got it. Next part. Next question. Question number 10 is also an antonym. So what is this? Laconic. What is this? Laconic. What is this laconic? Exactly. So laconic means brief. It means brief. Short, concise. Short or concise. So what is the answer then? Garrulous. Garrulous is going to be our answer, which means talkative or lengthy, which means excessive talkative, which means excessive talkative, which means excessive talkative. Okay. And what is this? Succinct. Again, it means concise. It means concise. It means concise. What is this terse? What is this terse? Again, it means concise. Also means concise. So see, in a particular single question, you can able to learn five, five, five words. You could able to learn what is laconic. You could able to learn what is garrulous, succinct, succinct, and terse. So this is how you have to learn from a question. So please, my dear friends, please remember, it is not about solving the question paper. It is about learning from the question paper, right? So we have come across. So these are the areas. If you're not very sure about the answer, you can check with the answer option two. If you know what is the meaning of succinct and thirst, then you know obviously garrulous is going to be the answer, because synonym antonym is the only area where you can learn that one answer would be different from other three options. One option will be different from other three options. So if you're very sure about three options, then definitely fourth answer is going to be an answer, even if you don't know the meaning also. Okay. So that is the area where you can take risk. Okay. Right. So one word substitution for question 11 and 12. Give a one word substitution to the given sentence. Question 11. One who is in the habit of fleeing from danger. Who is this here? Who just who has a habit of fleeing from danger? Covered. So this is where you make mistake. Covered is a person who is afraid. It's not from who flees from danger. So what is the answer? It is poltroon. It is poltroon. He is a person who habit of fleeing from the danger. The moment he sees, he escapes. The moment he sees, he escapes. Okay, so that is the answer. What is philanthropic then? What is philanthropic then? Generous, a person who is generous, person who is generous. Okay, then what is hedonist? What is hedonist? He is a pleasure seeker. He is a pleasure seeker who finds happiness in whatever he do. It is hedonist. So again, this is how you have to learn from the question paper. So in a single word, in a single sentence, you are learning more than one or two things here. Very, very important. So it is not about how much you solve, how much you get the answers correct. It was all about how much you learn. So in a particular sentence, you could have gone for covered, but poltroon is more aligned towards the answer, towards the question. That is why it is the answer. Right? Read out. Right. Next one. 12th one. A person who believes in many gods. It is obviously got it right. Obviously, what is the answer? It is polytheist. Polytheist. So a person who believes only one God, it is called as monotheist. A person who doesn't believe in God, it is called as atheist. Okay. Then what is this? Agnostic. Agnostic. What is this? Agnostic. Agnostic. Again, it means a person who is doubtful. A person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence of God. Is known on. He is a skeptic. Person who doubts the truth of God. Again, it is known as atheist, one of the form of atheist. So he doubts the existence of God. He doubts the existence of God. That is known as agnostic. Okay, that is known as agnostic. Right? Any other doubt? Next one. Right. 13th one. So 13 and 14, you are going to choose the right meaning for the idioms and phrases. Okay. Correct meaning of the idiom and phrases. To flog a dead horse. So idiom and phrases, I have mentioned in my classes too, or I would like to give a tip here. There are a lot of idioms and phrases. For synonym antonym also, I have given a strategy for you to follow in my strategy video. Go find out what is it is. For idioms and phrases, I think I have forgotten. Now I would like to mention. Again, I have given the strategy, what to follow, but still, one more strategy is that whenever you see idiom and phrases in your exam hall, which is very, very new to you, or which is like German or French or Roman letters to you, what do you do is convert into your mother tongue. Convert literally the idiom and phrases to your mother tongue and associate with the option. Convert the given idioms and phrases literally in your mother tongue and then associate with the options, you will get the answer. So this is what I want to mean here. So flog a dead horse, what I do, I convert it into my mother tongue and associate with the options which is available. Okay. So to punish severely, no. It is dead horse, no. To risk, ride restlessly, no. To revive an old quarrel, no. To waste effort and hopeless cause. Yes, this is the answer. So flog and it means beat. To flog means beat a dead horse. To beat a dead horse means what is that? I am wasting my effort on a hopeless cause. I am wasting my effort on a hopeless cause. That is called to flog a dead horse. Okay. So what I did was I literally changed the current idiom and phrases into my mother tongue. To flog a dead horse. To flog means beat. So to beat a dead horse means what is that? Yeah, I am wasting effort on a hopeless cause. Clear? Any doubt? Next one. Slit of hand. Slit of hand. Slit of hand. So the answer is option number A. It is option number A is going to be my answer. So what is this sleight of horse? Sleight of horse. So sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Okay. So it is skillful deception with hands. What is deception? Deception with act of practice or deceiving. Deceiving me to make someone fool. Okay. By concealing or misrepresenting the truth. So it is using one hands in quick and clever ways to perform tricks. So it is normally we can say a magician. So he performs. He has a slit of hand. What is that? So he uses his hand skillfully using one's hand. Please note down skillfully using one hand. I'll just note on here. Okay. Skillfully using one's hand to receive or perform tricks. So it is normally followed by a magician. So he has a sleight of hand. So it is skillful deception bit. Okay. Next one. 15th and 16th. Question number 15 and 16 focuses on your fill in the blanks. Very easy. So fill in the blanks also. I have given you the idea or I have given you the trick, what you have to follow. Very simple. Go through the question. You know where is the Phillips. Associate with the answer. Associate with the option. Try to do it with, what is that? Try to do it with trial and error method. You'll get it. The squadron's performance was dash exception. Was dash expectation. So squadron's performance. So you have to know. So what is the first thing you have to do is you have to understand the context of what it is talked about. The squadron's performance. So they are talking about squadron's performance. Was that expectation? So definitely it is beyond expectation, right? So way short of, nowhere near. So it is far beyond. The squadron's expectation was much above, will not come. Was way short of, no. So definitely it's going to be a positive sentence. It is far beyond expectation. Okay. So the simple trick to solve this part is whenever you get a question paper, so whenever you go through fill in the blanks, understand the context. So you're talking about the performance of the squad. So definitely no negative part. Okay. It has to be a positive part only. Okay. Next one. By the time the reinforcements arrived, the enemy, exactly. So reinforcement means the cover-ups. So enemy would have what? Escape. So it is 16. The answer is enemy already retreated. By the time the reinforcement arrived, enemy already retreated. So that means by the time they arrive, enemy has already left. So it is enemy already retreated. It is not retreated already. It is already retreated. Not yet retreated or still retreated. It is enemy already retreated. Okay. So you need to check what is the correct usage here. So people may make mistake in this interchange of words. So you have to be very, very careful here. Next one. Yes. Very interesting part. And this is also one of the areas where I quickly attend this. This is also one of the areas where I quickly attend it. Why? Because it is like you have the answers in the question paper itself. What you have to do is understand. So how do you do this part? Very simple. Follow my rules and regulation. Go through the option first. Go through the given question, which often leads to misjudgment, overconfidence in pilots, stems from repeated success during training flights. So what I did is I just go on through the option, so question, which often leads to misjudgment, overconfidence in pilot, stems from repeated successes during training flights. So what I did, so it is talking about overconfidence in pilots and during training flight something often leads to misjudgment. So it is a negative part. So definitely I associate. Like what I do is, what I do is I just check what is the overconfidence in pilots. Okay. So why overconfidence stems from repeated success. Correct? Overconfidence. Why do you get overconfidence? Because of over successes. So overconfidence in pilot. I check that Q and R have connection. So I'll check which are the options which have Q and R together. Only B and C. Then I ignore option A and D. So overconfidence in pilot stems from repeated success. So what is the answer then? So I just during training flights, which often leads to misjudgment. So it is right. Okay, sorry. Overconfidence in pilots stems from repeated success, which often leads to misjudgment during training flights. Okay, so option B is also not right. So I find that option like this is the two options. These are the two options which has Q and R together, and then I associate with the option, and then I do it a mock drill. Then I find the answer. So it is overconfidence in pilots stems to repeated success, which often leads to misjudgment during training flights. Right? Got it? So this is how you have to answer. You have to associate because the answers lies in the question paper itself. Next one. The strategy was flawed as it failed to account for enemy reinforcement arriving unexpectedly. The strategy was flawed, so it is talking about a failed strategy. The strategy was flawed as it failed to account for enemy reinforcement arriving unexpectedly. So the answer is PQRS itself because I get a meaningful sentence here itself. The strategy was flawed. What was the strategy which was flawed? As it failed to account. As it failed to account. What was that account? As it failed to expect for enemy reinforcement. The enemy retardation arriving unexpected. So the answer is A. The strategy was flawed as it failed to account for enemy reinforcement arriving unexpectedly. Right? Next one. Fine. So next is close test. Next is choose the correct word to fill in the blank. It's nothing but close test. What do you mean by close test? Yes, friends. Tell me what do you mean by close test. So close test means it also none other than the kind of fill in the blanks. Okay. But the major difference is that you will have the answers. Sorry, you will have the connection between the first question and second question, and there are connections between first question and last question sometimes too. It is not like your regular fill in the blanks where there will be no connection between first question and second question. But here we need to be very careful regarding the succession as well as precipitation. Okay, so that you have to keep that in mind. Okay, right? So military discipline. So what you have to do again is again the same method follows. What is the method? You have to go through the questions. You have to go through the question. You need to understand where the answer, like what is the scenario of the question which is given, and then go for the options. You'll get it correct. Okay. So military discipline demands not just obedience but also dash initiative. Okay. Soldiers must dash orders by adapting to unforeseen challenges on the battlefield. This balance between complex situations. So it is a close test and it talks about military discipline and how soldiers have to behave so as to adapt to unforeseen challenges. So this balance dash victory. So it is talking about victory. Okay. So let's check with the option. What is the answer? So first question is military discipline demands not just obedience but also what? Blind is it blind initiative? No. Reckless? No. Passive? No. It will be calculative initiative. You have to take calculative initiative. Okay. What is a calculative initiative? You cannot simply dive from 20th floor to kill an enemy. Okay. You should take a calculative initiative. What is that? Okay. Fine. Next part. Next is what is the next sentence? What was the next sentence? Let's check. Soldiers must dash orders by adapting to unforeseen situations. So soldiers must defy orders. No. Ignore. No. Question. No. They should not question the orders. They should obey the. They should follow. Just follow. Option number B. They should follow the orders. They should follow the orders. Okay. And next one. What is the next part? This balance dash between complex situations. So let's see what is it. So this balance, it's talking about victory, right? So it is whether it is hinders. No, it's not obstructs. When you are having a calculated initiative, just remember when you're having a calculated initiative, when you're having a discipline in following the orders, what you will get it? You will get it victory, right? So it ensures victory. It doesn't delay victory or it doesn't complicates victory. It helps you ensure victory. So keep that in mind, my dear friends. So this is how you have to attend close test. And please remember, always attend close test as well as your comprehension at the last, and check to have minimum of 10 minutes in attending this close test, because you need to understand, like you need to have a very good comprehension skill. If you're having a very good comprehension skill, then you can attend this part in less than 8 minutes. No challenge in that itself. But if you're a very slow reader, if you're very having a problem in understanding things, you have to have minimum of 10 minutes to go through it. Because why it's so, sir? The answer lies between itself. The answer lies in the question paper itself. That is the reason. The answer lies in the question paper itself. That is the main reason behind it. Okay. Next one. Okay. Next part. Comprehension. So a very beautiful part. And normally in your AFCAT examination, it comes towards the end. It always comes towards the end. And please remember, whenever you get an AFCAT question paper, do not attend it at the first. Do not attend it at the first. It will take your time. It will take your time. Okay, so always attend this part at the last. And the moment you get it, read it. The moment you get it, read it. Understand the crux behind it. Understand the crux behind it, what it is talked about, and then answer it. And then answer it. So let's check. Let's go with that same flow and let's check what it is talked about. Okay. So the moment you get, you have to go through. So reading the passage, it is modern warfare relies heavily on technology, yet human judgment remains irreplaceable. Advanced drones and AI provide real-time data, but they cannot replicate the intuition honed by experience. Commanders who over rely on gadgets risk strategy blunders, as seen in recent conflicts, where tactical errors led to unnecessary losses. True leadership integrates tech with seasoned decision making. So, what I can find by reading the passage talks about modern warfare, but yet modern warfare relies on technology, but yet human intervention is very important. Okay. Commanders who over-rely on gadgets risk strategy blunders, as seen in recent conflict where tactical error have led to unnecessary losses. So you have to be very, very, like you should use your brain also. That's what they are talked about. Okay, advanced drone and AI provide real-time data, but they cannot replicate the intuition honed by experience. Okay, true leadership integrates tech with seasoned decision making. So it's this crux of the passage. I could bring it that you should not depend over dependent on the, even though the technology may have 5G, 6G, even 10G also, but end of the day, human intervention is very, very important. So that's what it is talked about, right? So this part you have to attend always at the last, and let's see what is the answer for this. The passage implies that technology in warfare is fully reliable, should replace human judgment, support but does not replace intuition, cause all strategic losses. What is the answer? So what you have to do is in passage filling along, please remember, whenever you get a passage, go through it. Go through it once. If you have time, twice. If you don't have time, read once and come for the question. So this passage implies that technology and warfare. The moment I see technology and warfare, my mind will definitely take to me to the passage. So it talks about technology. It is technology and warfare. Modern warfare relies on technology, yet human judgment remains irreplaceable. Advanced drones and AI provide real-time data, but they cannot replicate the human intuition brought by honed by experience. The answer is, then I check. Then I treasure out. It supports but does not replace intuition. This is my answer. Option number C. So please, my dear friend, please remember this part, which is your comprehension, is all about treasuring of the answers. Okay, you have to treasure out the answer. So if you have very less time in the examination, go through the passage once, understand what is the main idea, go for the question. Once you see the question, you will find that your your mind will definitely take you to the part in the passage and then associate, reconfirm it and go. Because this part is like treasuring out the answer. The answer lies within. You just have to find out. Okay. Overlays of gadget can lead to yes. So again, this question will take me to the last part of the passage. What is that? What is that? Yes. Commanders who rely on gadget risk blunders, strategic blunders, as seen in recent conflict. So this is the evidence, the question which I have followed. So the answer will be overlines on will lead to strategic blunders. It is very evident for the option itself. Okay, which was very evident for the passage itself. So this is how you have to move forward. You'll find the question, you'll find the answer in the question paper itself. The word horn in the passage means what is horn? Sharpen. What is horn? Horned experience. Sharpened experience. Even though technology may come 5G, 6G, 7G, but the experience of a soldier who has an experience of 30 years cannot be replaced by any technology. Please remember, my dear friends. Okay. Final part. The tone of the passage is what was the tone of the passage? Purely promotional, cautionary, overlays, the mystery of technology. What is it? It is cautionary. What was the caution which was given? It was not over optimistic. It was given that even though the technology may come, you should integrate technology and human experiences to get your goals achieved. So this is what they have been talking about, right? So please remember, my dear friends, keep the strategy. You should have your own strategy. If not, follow the strategy which I mentioned. The moment you get the AFCAT, this is your screen and you get it. You get your AFCAT questions. Just scroll through the biases. Just scroll through the questions. You check what are the areas which the question paper are covered. And out of 25, if 10 questions are not known to you, don't worry. Remember, just worry about the 15 questions. Attend those 15 questions. You boost your confidence and keep a time limit. The moment you get into English session, 25 questions, keep your time limit to 20 questions, not more than that. 20 minutes. Keep your time limit to 20 minutes. And always work on first come, first serve basis. If the question, if you see it, if you can able to solve it in 10 seconds, solve it. Otherwise, leave it and go forward. Or maximum 15 seconds, not more than that. Okay. And remember always to keep your passage as well as comprehension test to a maximum of 10 minutes or 8 minutes at the maximum because it requires time. 12 minutes, keep it to solve other 20 questions. Okay. And you will definitely get it. And don't break your head for antonyms and synonyms. I have told you the strategy where you can get your antonyms synonyms correct. Go visit my strategy video where I have explained it clearly, right? So with this, we come to the end of the video, right? See you all. Thank you. Patience conquers your. Even if you have only 3 to 4 days left or 5 days left for your AFCAT, do not worry. You will conquer the goal if you have patience. So my dear friends, with this, we come to the end of the video. See you all in the next video where we have planned to discuss another mock test, a short mock test of another 25 questions. Again, we'll be discussing certain areas of error spotting, fill in the blanks, antonyms and synonyms soon. So see you all in the next video. Thank you. Jai Hind.